Welcome to our pay-per-view special. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the Thomas & Mack Center just off the Vegas Strip. This, the site of our championship fight. Scheduled for 12 rounds in the light heavyweight division between these two great warriors. Hart's got his eye on the prize. He has complete focus on his ring walk here. Crawford's making that final walk that separates man and warrior, soon to be in battle there in the ring. Well, they've been waiting for this moment, and now they get it. Round one underway. Teddy, do you ever get the sense when you see a guy who has good defensive movement with his head that it can also become predictable to his opponent?
Yeah, sometimes if you make that head movement from too far away, you can get time. You have to be close enough to draw the punch, kind of like a batter in the batting box in baseball. You have to wait until the ball starts to break. If you start swinging too soon, you're going to miss that ball. You got to be close enough to get hit, and just before you get hit, then you move your head.
That was a miss by Hart. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. There he is, landing a combo. Crawford's lucky he just got away with one there. He just snuck in a headbutt. He got hit. Oh, now the uppercut. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Hart stunned and staggered. He's a weeble wobble in the ring right now, just wobbling away. Now that's some fine work right there by Hart. 1 minute to go in this round. Neither man has decided to slow down at all. Oh, boy, what a round. Good combination punching by Hart. A headshot blocked. Not precise at all by Hart. That straight right unable to connect. Last 10 seconds. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Hart. Crawford's got things going his way right now. He just got to his man in that last round, but he'd love to score a knockdown coming up here.
But what he has to do is continue along the line that he started now. He's starting to find him with the jab, and he's putting things behind it.
Where's your body work? Hit the body.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Teddy, why is it in boxing that there are so many distinct styles that are defined by geography or culture or ethnicity, where we have a Mexican-styled fighter, an Eastern European, upright fighter, an American-styled fighter? Why is that?
Because you are influenced by your surroundings, by the temperament of the people in your surroundings. Aggressive people, aggressive style. Very thoughtful people, people that are very cerebral, well, you're going to have a defensive style. You're going to have a very careful style. It's going to fit right in.
Good job by drawing in his opponent and then landing the counterpunch by Hart. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Crawford. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Good counter punching there with the overhand right. Just 10 seconds to go here in the second round. Crawford's attitude in that last round really paid off. You saw he was the much busier fighter.
Nice, keep it up. Move it.
And round number 3 is underway. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. And now just wasting away some time with that clinch. Oh, Hart's on the canvas. He went down hard there. So he goes down, but able to get up to his feet. Teddy, what should he be thinking about now?
Well, right now, just surviving. But if he survives, then he better figure out why he was put on the floor.
Really brought it that time. A 4-punch combination. Blocks that punch. Halfway through this round, he took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Back and forth they go, each man getting the best of it. That worked out really well, throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. Oh! Hart stunned, and he is hurt. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Well-targeted counter punch by Hart. Crawford's in control of this fight, scoring the knockdown in that last round, now trying to carry some of that momentum through.
Well, right now, we're going to find out if he's a finisher. And promoters, fans, they love finishes. Networks, they love finishes. Right now, he has a chance to show that's what he is.
You need to capitalize on his misses, okay? I want to see that counter hook. Make him pay for his misses. Jab, jab, and throw. Throw to the body, okay?
He's got to find a way to get through the early goings here of this. Remember last round, he went down. He was on the canvas.
Now, look, he wants to tie his opponent up. That's the best way to get through it right now. But what he doesn't want to do, Joe, is to reach in there, reach out to grab his guy, and then he leaves himself open. He's got to make sure that his opponent's close enough where he goes to grab him, he's not exposing himself to get dropped again.
Blocks that punch. That's a good block by Hart.
Keep moving, keep moving.
Holy cow! Hart's in bad shape. Nice block by Hart. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Crawford. Boy, what guts. What guts to stay in there and gather yourself again after he was taking a beating.
Yeah, what guts, what instincts, and what a set of whiskers.
Nice block by Hart. Protecting his head well with his guard. Crawford's back in his corner now, probably reflecting on what was a very solid round. Now, he didn't overwhelm his guy with a quantity of punches, but he was so effective with what he did put forth.
Yeah, you're right. You know, a lot of times people think that the muscles that count the most in any sport, and especially in this sport, such a difficult sport, is, you know, the biceps, the physical things that you see, you know, the chest, the back. You know, this guy's got the strong muscle up top, you know, over his shoulders, in between his shoulders, his brain. And that's why he's picking the spot so well. That muscle is serving him to win this fight right now.
They start up again. Back to action here with another.
In the red, black, and green trunks. In his corner, MCK Swift, Young Dre, Boogie Brown on the beat. Representing the Zulu Nation, the undefeated, undisputed, universal champion of hip-hop music, Africa Bambaataa!
This is what you train for. Train for. This is what you train. This is what you train for. This is what you train for. Train for. This is what you train for.
But who knows how much longer it'll last. This has been a completely one-sided fight. That's a good block by Bad Intentions. Accurate counter punch by Hart. Hart's doing exactly what he told us he would do. Now, he was stunned earlier in this fight, but he's sticking to that game plan.
You know, I like that. You know, I want to see how a guy behaves under pressure. He hasn't panicked, you know. He still believes in his identity, believes in his talents, his abilities, and he's going to stay that way unless the guy convinces him later on.
Let's see some more head movement. Keep moving.
Good job protecting himself. Oh, Hart's in bad shape. Eddie, what does he need to do right here? He has no balance. His legs aren't underneath him.
Well, you know he can't move because he's going to fall on his own, or the referee's going to stop it. So believe it or not, he's either got to grab or he's got to stand on the rope, stay right in front of the guy, and move his head to make a miss. He can't use his legs.
3 punches land in succession by Hart. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
And now they're trading blows. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. What a good war this has been. What a good, solid fight it's been. The kind of fight that tells me somebody wants to get rid of the other guy.
It almost looks like they made a deal where neither one could win by decision, where if they didn't win by knockout, it doesn't count.
Let's see some more head movement. Let's see some more head movement. Get out of the way.
Do you see any way in which he can take his opponent's aggression and turn it against him?
Yeah, the perfect way. I mean, boxing 101, counterpunching. You got a guy coming at you, No better way than to change his mind. Make him miss, make him pay.
Good block by Bad Intentions. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's effort.
This is some defense.
10 seconds to go in this round. Crawford's doing it just the way he wants to do it, and that last round kind of sums up the whole fight. In complete control. He's up on the scorecards, heading towards another victory.
And he's up on my scorecard. Now he just has to be careful that he doesn't get careless, he doesn't get reckless.
Nice work. We can't have his speed and touch work. Keep it up.
6 rounds in the books, 6 to go.
Beat him to the punch.
Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Good counter punching there with the overhand right. How is he? Oh, that's gotta hurt. Hart stunned, and he is hurt.
Side to side, move your head.
Now he ties up there.
All right, punch it out.
Blocks away that headshot. Ten clicks of the talk. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Teddy, making predictions in boxing is often a dangerous task, but I'll make one right here that seems pretty obvious to me as we come to the end of that round here. This fight is going to be a brutal display as long as it lasts.
It's kind of like going and watching that home run contest. Nobody's trying to hit singles or doubles. You know they're all going for the fences.
Okay, listen. You can throw him off with some hit. That's it. Throw him off with hit. Let's work on that swell.
As another round gets underway, it gets us thinking, how much more of this will we see? Hard to envision this fight going the distance with how lopsided it's been. Nice block by Bad Intentions. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Hart's giving me a sense that he really doesn't want to have the fight the way it was. There it is! Hart's in bad shape. That is a big right hand after eating one himself. Halfway through this round here. He was stunned and staggered moments ago. Now he's right back in the fight looking pretty good.
Yeah, some guys take a little longer to recover. One of his strengths is he recovers real fast.
Frustrating his opponent with great defense. Oh, Hart stunned and he is hurt. Unable to steady himself right now after being stunned. He is stunned, but somehow has the wherewithal to hang on. Good, clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Hart. Just 10 seconds to go in this round. Hart's proving to be elusive. Crawford's doing an extraordinary job of never giving his opponent the chance to get back in this fight. Just like we saw in that last round there. He's way up on your scorecard.
Yeah, I have way up, and more importantly, you touched on it. It's the kind of fight he wants. You know, it's in his element. It's sort of in his pool, so to speak, his waters. You know, it's an outside fight. It's a jabbing fight, everything he likes.
Throws a jab. You're in the way. You're happy. Okay? You got that. It's going to happen. It's going to catch you.
Another round underway, but how many more will we see? You get the sense this fight could be... Wow! Hart's been stunned. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Not what he was looking for. That's a miss right there by Hart. I don't know how they are keeping this up. They are setting such a scorching pace of action in this fight. 90 seconds to go here in this round.
Keep your hands up.
He took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Hart. Takes one to give one. He comes back with a right hand. Blocks that punch. He returns the favor with a right hand of his own. Well, as that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
Keep your hands up. I'm jab your way, okay? Whatever you do, throw that jab.
And now they start round number 10. Crawford. Will come into this round knowing that he's got a chance to end it right here. You saw what happened in the last round. He inflicted some serious damage to his opponent.
Yeah, but you know what? He's never really been a real finisher. That's the thing about it. You know, he gets guys to the brink, but he doesn't really push them over the cliff. We're going to see whether or not he gives a little push now.
Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Crawford whiffing there. A big, wide, sweeping shot. I mean, perfect to counter against.
Yes, it is, and you know it's only a matter of time. You know, that goes into the old computer, the old brain, where the guy remembers that, and the next time he's going to capitalize on it.
Keep working the body.
He took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, when special events have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. Took a go of it to the body, but came up empty. Hart's not sticking to his style at all. He got away from what had gotten him in trouble. Remember, he was rocked earlier.
Yeah, it's like being in the Grand Prix. You know, you're in that race, and all of a sudden you pull into the pit and you say, you know what? I got to change my tires. You know, I'm just not getting traction out here. You know, I almost went into a wall. Well, he's changing his tires, changing his plan.
Crawford's in control here. You can just look at this fight for 10 seconds and you've seen everything you need to see, because there hasn't been a moment where it hasn't been his fight.
Yeah, you know, you talk about those sins. A lot of times people say there's 7 virtues, there's 7 sins out there. One of the sins that you hear about is greed. That's the only thing that could beat him right now, is if he gets greedy.
When he mixes with the body, he just pounds at the sky. Get on that now.
Back to action now. We're underway in what has been a completely... one-sided fight. You get the sense this one may not go the distance. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. How about that exchange? got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Hart. Blocks away that headshot. I don't know, Teddy. It just feels like one of those nights, one of those fights where somebody's getting hurt, where this is not going to the judges' scorecards.
I feel like I'm in Coney Island watching one of those hot dog eating contests where somebody's going to try to eat 50 of them, 60 of them. In other words, he's not worried how he's going to feel at the end of the night.
One more round.
They meet up for the 12th and final time. The last round has arrived. Well, we know he survived earlier, but now he goes down for a second time.
One, two, three, four, five.
And somehow, some way, he's going to continue on here.
And if he's going to stay in this fight, now he's got to avoid his opponent like the Black Plague.
How about that? Back-to-back he lands by Crawford. And now they're trading blows.
Keep working the body.
Good block by Hart. Throws a counter punch there. Oh, Hart's in a bad place right now. He was tagged. Hart's got to deal with a cut sheet. Targeting that head and landing with a bomb.
One, two, three, four, five.
That is it. This fight is over. Bad Intentions is going to be partying tonight. A knockout victory. It doesn't get better than that.
And still champion of the world, Bad Intentions, Crawford.
Crawford's arm to be raised in victory. He's still the champ.
Well, he got the kind of fight that he wanted, took advantage.
20 minutes to his cradle, so some blade of a lamp is pimping this question of a cargo, the district's most suspicious. You swore up that mischief making business to its limits. Volunteers line up with your purple hearts and comet spears. Shake them to the getaways are localized and commandeered. A the Cobalt 60 kid of tripping up a hiccups in the grid. Or let his hounds go basketball up in the
Faces form a Q and all breathe together. Propose a toast when you're comatose. What a nice gesture. All the while a stupor has him sleeping through the terror. We breathing through to the future like see you never. Anytime